Imagine waking up tomorrow, and your entire mindset has shifted, quietly, invisibly, without any big event, without any motivational speech, without any grand New Year, New Me moment. Just one tiny habit did it. Is that even possible? And if yes, how tiny are we talking? Okay, so here's the what-if scenario for today. What if a single, almost stupidly, small habit, like 1 minute of something, quietly rewired your mindset over time? Not a workout routine, not journaling for 30 minutes, not reading 52 books a year. Nope. One tiny habit so small your brain almost ignores it. What if this tiny habit slowly changed how you think, how you decide, how you see yourself, and even how you act without you noticing? Let's break this down using science, common sense, and a bit of imagination. Let's start with the basic question. Why do tiny habits matter more than big habits? Because your brain is lazy, not insult lazy, energy-saving lazy. Your brain hates anything that looks difficult. Big habits look dangerous, threatening, exhausting. A 1-minute habit? Your brain says, fine, whatever, do it. Just don't involve me. And that's the trick. When your brain doesn't resist, the habit enters through the back door. It becomes automatic without any emotional drama. Let's imagine your tiny habit is ridiculously simple. Every morning, you drink 1 glass of water. Nothing life-changing, nothing motivational speaker-level dramatic, just water. But here's where it gets interesting. The first morning, you do it. The second morning, you do it again. On day 3, your brain recognizes a pattern. Not a big pattern, not a life purpose, just a pattern. And patterns trigger identity, quietly, invisibly, automatically. Humans don't act based on goals. Humans act based on identity. Your brain is constantly asking, who am I? How do people like me behave? When you repeat a tiny habit, the brain makes a micro-identity update. Apparently, I'm someone who does this thing. It doesn't matter how small the thing is. You drink 1 glass of water. I take care of myself. You stretch for 30 seconds. I'm someone who moves. You read 1 page. I'm a reader. You save $1. I'm someone who manages money. You clean 1 corner. I'm organized. The habit is tiny. The identity shift is massive. Your brain doesn't need proof. It just needs consistency. This is how a small action rewires mindset. Behavior, identity, mindset, actions, results. It starts with something trivial and ends with a different way of seeing the world. Let's add a bit of brain science without boring you. Every time you complete a tiny habit, your brain releases a tiny hit of dopamine. Not the Vegas casino jackpot dopamine. More like the, hey, good job, buddy dopamine. But here's the funny part. Your brain loves predictable rewards. And when it gets a small hit consistently, it starts rearranging behavior around it. It's like a dog that learns you give a treat for sitting, except the dog is your brain, and the treat is dopamine. And the sit command is your tiny habit. Your brain becomes addicted, not to the habit itself, but to the feeling of consistency. And once that starts, your mindset shifts from, I'm trying to improve to, I improve as a normal part of my day. That's a completely different identity. And identity changes everything. Now let's make it weirder. Imagine your tiny habit is not inspirational at all. Let's say it's putting your shoes in the same place every night. Useless, right? Not life-changing, not motivational, not some guru-level hack. But here's what actually happens. You prove to your brain, I can finish small tasks. Once your brain trusts you with small tasks, it starts offering you bigger tasks. This is called a ripple effect. Your brain likes consistency so much that it begins adjusting other behaviors to match the type of person you appear to be. Tiny habit, put shoes away. Ripple, you clean your desk because it fits the pattern. Ripple, you start planning your day. Ripple, you stop lying to yourself about routines. Ripple, you start seeing yourself as someone who follows through. So the tiny habit becomes a spy. It sneaks into other areas of your life and whispers, hey, shouldn't you stay consistent here too? Here's where the magic happens. There comes a day, usually after a few weeks, when you notice something strange. You start doing things automatically that you used to avoid. You take out the trash earlier. You clean where you wouldn't normally. You read for 5 minutes instead of scrolling. You start solving problems instead of complaining about them. You don't feel like a new person. You just behave differently. Because your mindset has changed from, I need motivation to act, to I act, and motivation follows. This is the quiet rewiring effect. Your entire mental model shifts, not loudly, not dramatically, but quietly, like a software update running in the background. Here's the big twist most people never realize. The habit didn't change you. Your belief about yourself did. Humans don't become better because of actions. Humans become better because those actions change the way they see themselves. A 1-minute habit is not powerful because of the minute. It's powerful because it creates a new answer to the question, who am I? That single identity shift rewires confidence, discipline, perspective, decision-making, emotional control, long-term thinking. Everything gets upgraded, not because you forced it, but because you now think like the type of person who does these things naturally. That is the true power of tiny habits. So, what did we learn from this what-if scenario? You don't need a big transformation. You don't need massive discipline. You don't need to restart your life every Monday. You need something much smaller. One tiny habit that your brain accepts without a fight. That slowly rewires how you think, how you act, and who you believe you are. Because once your identity shifts, everything else follows. Tiny action, tiny win, tiny identity shift, massive life change. Quiet, invisible, real. If you enjoyed this video and want more science-based what if ideas like this, hit the like button, drop a comment, and subscribe. It helps the channel grow, and it lets me know you want more videos like this. See you in the next one.